Hey, freaking dad just blessed it.
All right, family, welcome back. We're sitting here with my man, the sexologist, Stephen Smith, and we're talking a little bit about sex, and we're going to go into size, right? We're going to go into the size matter to men or women, right? Because let's be honest, nowadays there is a thing out there where women have a certain size to their genitalia as well. And is that a benefit or no? And is that an issue for the men that they are with? So we're going to talk about that tonight with my man, the sexologist, and he can enlighten us a little bit on if size matters.
You know what? I wonder, in the realm of all of that, not only is size matter with the clitoris or the man's dick, but with the, you know what I mean? Some women have long vaginas. They have smaller, some tighter, some wider. You know, what does that play into it? That's the thing. That's a real thing.
We can talk about
we just turned to Stephen.
That's a real thing.
We can talk about it. I have my own experience about the tighter and the wider, but I want to get the
sexology.
The first thing I want to do is ask the ladies in the room their opinion if size matters. Then I go into the answer.
Okay.
I think as long as you know what you're doing, I don't think size matters. And then after talking with you last night, if you can get me in my mind, if you can get me up here, size is all the way out the door because I'm already here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm already at that point. So now you're just going to tip that scale. So I'm excited about that part.
I'm with you on that part because once you get a woman mentally, like everything else is already there. So it doesn't matter what you got. That 2 inches about to feel like 8. I'm just saying.
But you got to get that man that know how to get that mentally.
You do. You got to get him.
You hear that, fellas? Yeah. Size don't matter to these women. But my personal opinion, how I'm going to go into it, I do believe that size matter on so many levels. I don't think it matters in order to get someone an orgasm or to have amazing sex. I don't think size matters for that area. But a woman's clitoris doesn't start at the gland. It's actually structured to go around her vaginal wall. That's why a lot of women like girth. When they say you like length or girth, they like girth, like the size. They really can't explain why they like the girth, but it's because when you're in there and you're hitting those walls all at the same time, that's her entire clitoris.
Right.
And that's how she has the most effective orgasm, the easiest orgasm. That's why, when you licking, you better lick the clitoris. You don't need to lick the clit. It's the same when you're in there. So if you're hitting the entire clitoris, that's why size matters for so many years. Now, if you're a smaller person, you can do positions that help you hit her zones because all women are different. And that's the same when you go with the larger vaginas, smaller vaginas, etc. As long as I understand her body and understand what positions make her go crazy, then I can just operate in those positions. Size don't matter when it comes to positions. Because if you're great at what you're great at, if you understand your body, like if I know I'm not well endowed, so what can I do to please my woman with what I have? That's what I need to be focused on. I can't be Big Dick McFlick because that don't work. I ain't got that. I'm not equipped like that. Right. So I have to learn, how do I be the greatest at the 4-inch? What strokes can I do and what positions can I do that benefit the both of us in that area? So size doesn't matter when it comes to orgasms. It matters when it comes to her personal preference. When it comes to sizes of vagina, for me, it's just different. I think all vaginas are awesome. So if it's large, if it's small, if it's tight, it depends on the man. Now, if a woman has a larger vagina and you have a smaller penis,
things ain't gonna be as fun.
That's like a tic-tac thrown into a whale. You like, it just don't work. I don't care what motion you use. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready.
It's a
So what about
struggle.
the clitoris though? Because I, for one, I would call mine average, but most watching pornos, I realized that people actually have like little penises. This is a real thing.
Yeah. And women also get their clitorises enlarged.
Yes.
Right. So that is a thing.
It's a new thing.
We're both like, what?
Well, why?
Yeah,
Why ever would you do that?
Because that's how you get the most pleasure. It has the most nerves. And so that's like if you suck the tip of a dick, we feel amazing versus you licking the side of it. It's like, that's cool.
flow,
when you
thing.
up here, though,
Right.
this is where it's at.
Right.
So that's like us licking the labias and you like, up.
Right.
So they want to make it visible so we won't keep missing.
Right.
So they're like, I'm gonna pull it out a little bit more, doctor, so he can see it. So he can lick here and stay there. You know what I'm saying?
We making the bullseye.
To this, the target.
God.
So fellas, I got a question for us men, right? Because we stand on that. We're men. Have any of you guys ever run into a woman with the clitoris 1 inch or longer? And if you did, right, how did you handle that particular situation when you came face to face with it? Right?
Andre?
Man, I really think it goes down to understanding your partner, being comfortable, being confident in yourself, and having your partner be confident as well. If they're already comfortable with sharing their body with you, one, it should be a judgment-free zone.
Right.
You should be able to be yourself with that partner. So whether it's communication, whether it's physical intimacy, or whether you guys are having dinner in a movie, everything should come down to communication and comfort with that person. And if you're not comfortable with that person, then obviously you're in the wrong bedroom.
Hey, amen to that part.
I feel like sex should be fun. Sex should be funny. If you're not laughing and y'all not giggling and shit while y'all fucking, then what you doing? What you doing?
Right.
That is
Right. So as long as y'all vibing, you can let the 2 inch clitoris unfold and grow in your mouth, and it's not a big deal to you.
Man, not at all. Because I've had women squirt in my mouth before. Like, it's just that when it's that physical attraction and you caught in the moment, it's just between you and them.
Right.
I dig it. So you tell me your experience, and I'll give you a little bit of mine.
All right. Well, I've personally never experienced that,
Oh.
and for me to be honest, I know the dope answer to say. I know the protective answer to say. But I ain't put 2 inches of shit in my mouth. But that's just me. It's not saying that it's a bad thing. It's not saying that it's something to be laughed at or it's body shaming or anything in that area or it's something wrong with it. I'm just not built for it at this moment of my life.
Right.
Because I ain't been hit with that scenario. But in my mind, as I play it right now, and I'm like, yeah, and they be like, zoop. I'm like, no. But that's just my personal preference because I haven't been exposed to it. But like you said, if it's an emotional connection, if it's, we're building something, we're going towards love, it's things that I most definitely will overlook for the greater of my life. Like you providing something for my life that I can pass on to children and I can do for generational and that's going to enhance me. I'm not going to be as petty or in that area of, your clitoris, it's how God built you.
Right.
And that has nothing to do with your love and your heart and what we're trying to build.
I can dig it. So, and I'm in total agreement. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shallow by any stretch of the imagination. I totally understand what it means to love a woman from head to toe, period. No matter what it is, that's what it is. I love you, and I'm gonna be with you. I'm dealing with it. That's my 2 inches, right? I get all of that, but it's the first time, and you were not born.
That's
It's the first time, and you were not born, right? And this was years and years ago, long before I met my wife. Any other women in my life, but it was years ago, and this is before I had ever really explored the female anatomy. I didn't know that it still grew. You see what I'm saying? And I'm a young guy, and I'm faced with a 1 incher. I'm like, wow. But I've talked it up, right? I was like, girl, I told her all I'm gonna do, right? She didn't warn me. So I'm like, I'm a man. I went in. But what I didn't realize is it was really 2 inches. And it grew during the process.
Oh,
Got a question. Did it hit that little dangly thing in the back of your
Okay.
Okay, proceed. My bad. I'm sorry.
Everybody at the table.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
no. You want me I'm about to come with something correct.
It did not. But see, y'all gotta understand,
we like
man.
you in the morning.
Hey,
That's
man,
called the
what y'all have to
you.
understand about me, it is no holds bar. I do not mind, revealing, some of the things I went through. So no, it did not hit the dang in the back of my throat. But I'm not gonna front, bro. I felt some kind of way, right? And being a young man, that was the first and last time I dealt with her. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like, yo, hermaphrodite, what is going on? Why is it so, you know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was not, like you said, you're not in that place. I was not in that place, right? So that was the first and last time she and I ever had done anything. But that is a real thing. And, does that matter to men? I think, we've had men at the table say yes, no, and I'm not there yet. But that's a real question. So that's one of the things that I wanted to visit. But not to dominate the conversation, but there was something you said that we hopped over, and you were talking about vagina. You were talking about how tight the vagina is, right? And you love all vaginas. But you did not admit that there is some vaginas that is better than other vaginas. I didn't hear you go there.
I didn't.
You didn't go
because
there.
it's preference.
It's preference.
And so, I've had super tight vaginas that at a younger age it make you feel like, damn, I must be, the biggest dude in the universe.
Right.
And then once you get past that ego trip, they run a little bit more. They can handle them. And for me, I like to give pleasure.
Right.
So the ahs, the ooh, the ooh, I don't like those sounds. Those are all turn-offs for me because it feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm hurting you. So instead of giving you commands in the bedroom or leading you a certain way or asking certain questions, now I'm asking, you okay? We good? You want me to stop? I don't like all that because now I'm being the nurturer, the protector. Yo, you need some milk? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking all kinds of stuff. So now I'm asking all kinds of questions that don't enhance my sexual
I'm not ready this
ability.
moment.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I'm way too sick for this.
tight vaginas aren't for me.
Okay.
But they could be for other people, and I know
Right.
as a confidence booster for a lot of women because especially on social media, dick size is like the main talk of the world, and how tight and wet your vagina is the main talk. My shit is wet and tight. That don't mean it's great.
Right.
That don't mean I'm gonna enjoy it.
Right.
That don't mean it smells good. Doesn't
Right.
mean it tastes good. It doesn't mean a lot of things.
Right.
But we put certain things at the top of the list. You got a 10-inch. Most
Yeah.
women can't handle 10 inches, but you want to scream about a 10-inch.
Yeah.
That's not what you require.
Yeah.
Question: how do you? We always talk about communication. That is like one of the things we always talk about. All those things you just said. Your sex might not be good. I might not want tight pussy. You might not be the person for me. You might, have an odor. You might not taste good. How do you have those conversations? How do you go and be like, baby girl, your tight pussy ain't mine. That might be for somebody else.
I'm very protective, and I want to protect your feelings, but I'm also very blunt and honest.
Okay.
And so I'm not going to give the assumption that I smell it, I know you smell it, it's yours. I'm not going to come at you at that angle. But if I feel like the conversation will hurt your feelings, I will go buy products. And then once we have that conversation, or if I want to prep you for the day, run you a bath, if I want to cater to you, now I'm going to dump some things in the tub.
Right.
So first I'm going to make sure you're not allergic. I'm going to know you.
Yeah.
So I know what I can buy and what I can't buy, what your body reacts to. But now I'm going to put them into my catering process.
Right.
And then at the end of the night, when I tell you how good you smell, once you smell the new smell, you're like, oh, I smell so good. And I'm going to go above and beyond with the compliments.
Right.
Of, oh my God, you smell so good. You taste so great. Man, I bought
man.
this.
Right.
And now you're going to want to use that all of the time.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Now, if you start refusing to use the stuff that I bought you after all the encouragement, now I have to have a more blunt conversation.
Right.
And the detachable shower head that I just installed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pull it down.
And
You can use it. Yeah.
Wow.
Or if we take a shower together, I will do it for you.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm gonna show you, oh, this is pleasurable. Ooh, and I'm gonna act like I love watching you do it.
Right.
You do that thing with the shower head tonight.
I love
Just to
that.
go into it.
But I love that because that's why I asked. Because most people feel like you just gotta be blunt and disrespectful.
Right.
But there's ways to still let your woman know without doing all of that, with just catering to her
Just
body.
cater to her.
And then you're happy. She's learned something new, and now you guys have incorporated it.
Because maybe it's been a thing in her life that she never knew how to control or knew how to fix. She always smelt it or felt it. And she's like, I don't really know what to do. I guess this is how I am.
Right.
But now I did my study and my research, and I implemented something in our relationship that helped both of us.
Right.
And then
Might
I knew
even
you had
heighten
something to say.
sex.
It will heighten it by a lot.
I mean, but as a man, you should want to value your partner anyway. You should want to leave them high and dry. Like even if if I got something on my face or some of my nose is dirty or whatever, I would expect you as my woman to communicate that and pull me to the side like, hey, you got something right there. Let me check that for you. Because at the end of the day, our image is as one, as we. So you going out representing me as I'm coming out representing you. Right. So if you're not picking your partner up on game, it's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I prefer her to tell me straight up.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't got to buy me no products. We
right.
can go together. Hey, babe,
Keep
the
it real.
balls last night. Listen, you should use that.
Definitely.
Because I'm going to laugh through it. I'm like, dang, it was really hitting like that.
Definitely.
I got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't take offense to stuff like that because
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with who I am and I'm comfortable with growth.
Right.
Right.
And so it's like, and I want her to be pleased overall.
Right.
So if you want me to smell a certain way, bet. You want me to shave, bet. You want me to do X, Y, and Z, because I want you to be at the top of the top.
Right.
When we go into that area, I want you to experience what you're supposed to experience. And that's also part of the sacrifice and the mindset.
There
I
you
got
go.
to change me. I have to change some of my smells. I got to change whatever it is I need to implement. We need to do that. But I prefer blunt when it comes
See,
to
that's that grown man stuff. Because
Right.
a little boy would have let her talk shit.
I don't
Then
do
all type of other stuff. But you know what I mean? Not that grown man shit. He said, I will go make sure that my baby's all right. We got this. We're going to be good.
Yeah, that's the way it should go down. You know, that's
Yeah,
the way.
no, there's little boys out here in the world. That's not
Oh, yeah.
the way it goes down.
Oh, well, shit. When you sitting at the table with a bunch of men.
I ain't
you
mad
go.
at that
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
mad at it.
Yeah, you
We
sit at
over
the
here,
table.
we selling. We had
Yeah.
early in the morning.
Yeah, so like I said, last night was crazy though. Stephen has truly blessed us, man, with his presence. He's definitely, he got to get back up here. He got to get back up here to the A.
Yeah, we got to
And-
show you around town.
Yeah,
We do.
That's what I need. I
Yeah.
need that in my life.
yeah. Come up, man. We can have a good time. Hit a couple of the spots
Hey,
we
Mike named
talked
some
about
places
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not gonna tell y'all where that was. But,
Yeah, we gonna definitely hit some
We're
of the
all
spots.
going.
Yeah, we
Don't
all
leave
going.
us out, Mike.
We're,
Just so you
Trust
know.
me.
You
Trust
are
me.
you already know.
Trust me, I know. I've been there firsthand with these two. I know. So we're gonna have a good
fun.
time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time, man. When you come back up, man. And bro, thank you for blessing us, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
no problem.
Because
Glad to be here.
because the level of intellect that you have to be a young man, bro, it's hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
He had a
He was
lot to
spitting
say.
game last
He had
night.
a lot to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, he's the type of brother. You're 3 years older than my son, and you're the type of cat that I would tell my son, "Hey, yo, go mess with that guy."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can dig it. I can
Thank you.
dig it.
Definitely check out Flow Healing.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Boy got a gift.
Don't he? Don't he? So, hey, family, if y'all got nothing else, we had a great conversation.
We did.
Yeah, and we're going to come back. We're going to do this for you again. Don't forget to subscribe when you pull us up. If you're listening to us on Spotify, if you're looking at us on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the channel because we're gonna keep bringing y'all some of this hot stuff. Yes. Yeah, man. We're gonna keep doing it. And check the end of the video for all of y'all who lasted. We got these pictures of Ash.
Ash thought you forgot.
With the leather choker, and I think we got the
I was the
hands tied
model.
behind the back. Yeah.
Yep, I had the hands tied behind the back.
We're making
back
promises
choke.
we're gonna mess around and not have nothing.
I
Exactly.
even got a vibrator thing.
Oh, I think we got video of
What's
that.
happening?
So
Yeah, but
we got
I have to
video.
throw a little video.
Happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to add, just for like a lot of the couples out there, I think people should, like the test I was telling you about last night, the BDSM test. I think that would be really good for couples to kind of like take together. You could take it individually, you take it together, so that way ain't no judgment. And what it does is it elaborates on what your attraction and interest are. Even if you haven't tried those things physically, you can see where you're at mentally, and it lets you know, like, okay, if I'm like a dom, let's say 60% of the time, but I'm submissive 80% of the time, then they have things called like a switch, so you go back and forth with it.
Gotcha.
But you know, it'll pretty much give you like a nice foundation, also going like off the contracts, on where you can pretty much practice at, where you can communicate at. If you know you lacking in this area, and you feel like, hey, like, I kind of want to see what a rope bunny is like.
Right.
I kind of want to be. I'm gonna try being a rigger, even though that it always looked enticing to me. But then that's when the communication with your partner come in, like, hey, babe, let me try tying you up. You know, just see how you like it, and then we can switch roles. I might be the one that I like getting tied up, just because, you know, just the mental stimulation of it.
Right.
You
Now,
know?
do you have a test? Now, I'm looking at the test right now. So
I was
I'm going to take this
send that
immediately.
to me, Mike.
Right.
I'm googling that later too.
But do you have
know.
a specific locale that you feel like people should go, or one that you've dealt with, or just Google it and find them?
I can't think of the link off the top of my head, but I can actually send it to you. And
Okay.
you can drop in like a link or something, just so they can.
I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it
Okay.
on the screen.
Yeah.
If you send me the link, he's gonna send me the BDSM test,
Yes.
and I'll put the link on the screen.
Amen.
And send us your result, guys. Let's see what you got.
Yeah,
We want to
that'd be
know.
dope.
Hey, we want to
It'll
know.
be dope. Tell us.
Shut up. I
All
want
right.
to see what our viewers are into out here.
Yeah.
They know what we're into. I mean, we talk
Exactly.
about it all the time. I'm curious about
So if
them
you're taking
now.
the BDSM test, or if you're catching this on YouTube, I'm gonna see if I can drop the link on our YouTube as well, so you can just click on it.
We'll do it and post ours up for you guys first.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's
Make
dope.
it fair.
That's dope. Okay,
We'll
I'll
check
do
it
it.
out and go to our IG for that one.
Yeah, I'll do it. So check us out on IG. She say, he say. And we'll definitely go ahead and drop our results there for you.
Amen to that.
All right. All right. So family, thank you guys for joining us again for another great show. And good night.
Good night.
So, all right.